Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test. We will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. For the record, the stream should not be choppy for anybody. We have dropped 0 frames. So things should be looking as smooth as possible. So if there is an issue on your end, feel free to refresh the Twitch stream, and hopefully things will be back to smooth. That note, I should do this, then I should do this. Might want to do... Wait, what the fuck was I doing? I feel like I was doing something kind of important. I apologize for just kind of leaving you, like, with no comment whatsoever at the beginning of the stream. I had to run and quickly take care of something. What was it? There was something kind of important that I needed to do, and now I don't remember at all. Whatever. Hello, Dr. Duck. Hey there, TBF. Thok, stopping by. Judgment Cup. Hey, Crank, do I fight Thok now? I will keep you posted. Since you mentioned that you were going to be at work, so I actually put you last, in the bracket, because I wanted to make sure that you had enough time to get back from work. Let's see, who else? Oh no, Pleasure's Guide is dead, isn't it? Yeah, it's a 404. Ah! Why is Skullheart dead? Fucking shambles. They're going around talking shit about like, oh man, this is a new character coming out for Skullgirls Mobile. They won't even take care of their existing Skullgirls game. Come on, guys, where you at? I'm of course just joking. Like I'm sure somebody's working on it. Everything on Skullheart is down, even the B&B compendium. Sad time. Oh wait, are you serious? The B&B compendium still lives. Forever B&B. That's awesome. Refreshing worked? Awesome. Dead. Yeah, Skullheart has been dead for a hot minute. I was one of the first people that reported it because I went to Skullgirls General being like, hey, what's going on? Because I have it open every single time I'm doing a stream. Just in case I need to reference it, you know? Skullgirls, forums, index, pleasure. Oh, okay, so it seems like everything still exists, but it's been like relocated? I'm also seeing a not secure thing on it. Okay, how's this different from the other link? Y'all got me curious. Skullheart.com. Oh, it's changed to skullgirls.com/forums. It's no longer skullheart.com. That's the difference. That's stupid. Oh, TBF just said that also. Crank, why does Mike Z not let me combo off of sweeps? You can, in fact. If you use your sweep on a character that's in a knockdown state, like right after they OTG, you will be able to convert off of it. Yeah, so sweeps can only be converted off of if it's during OTG. I think they have to bounce first. They have to bounce first? Yeah, they have to bounce first. If the sweep hits right after the bounce, then you can convert off of that. A common optimal conversion for Squiggly, for example, is Daisy, build a charge, like as they're in the crumple animation, sweep into D and B. Change the bot links way back. Oh yeah! Change it to the Wayback Machine. Oh my god, that'd be great. I assume Wayback Machine links would just be constantly changing for some reason. I don't know, I feel like the way it's designed, it just kind of inherently has to. It'd be kind of funny if it didn't. It's the only difference I can see between the two pleasure link guides. Yeah, same here. So, I guess I'll put it on my to-do list. There's so much to do. I don't have time for changing links. Give me one moment. Let's see. This. Okay. This. Yeah. Here. Put it on my to-do list. Update links with, or update Skullheart links. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see. Pleasures. Anything else I wanted to do? Well, I guess I should post the announcement, but I also don't care enough. Mr. Sam.
You've betrayed me.
I have not. I've come for you.
You have betrayed me.
Alright, fine.
You took forever. You took forever. I've been betrayed.
Sam, we're solving the problems of the world right now, alright? We figured out how to make Skullheart links work again.
Okay. Were you in a call or something just there now, or?
No, I was just streaming, spacing out. I actually had to run away as soon as I started the stream, and then I came back, and then this was the conversation.
God damn it!
Alright, before we get started, I'll answer one more question. I'm interested in getting a fight stick for Third Strike. Not right now, in the future. What should I look for when buying? Lots of things. So, I generally make custom fight sticks. Like, I usually only buy a case for its chassis. At best. You usually want something with decent weight, but not so heavy that's going to make your legs go numb. You want to look for something that'll fit in whatever container you're planning to carry it in. If you have a specialized backpack that can carry everything, then you're fine. I recently bought one of those. Otherwise, you want to make sure it's like a length with height that'll fit into your backpack. Almost every fight stick you find is going to have sound buttons and a square gate, which sucks, so make sure you buy a circle gate with it. Make sure it's easy to mod so you can replace the square gate with the circle gate. Sorry, not a circle gate, an octagon gate. I don't know why I'm saying circle gate. An octagon gate. Because otherwise it'll feel super unnatural and it'll suck. Square gates are just cheap and what every arcade used, so it's like the go-to gate, but like, I don't recommend it, especially if you're new to fight sticks. One more thing. Yeah, so like, you'll rarely find anything without any, like you'll see soundbar parts. You'll see a JLF stick, and you'll see soundbar buttons that are silenced. Soundbar buttons make a click sound when you slam down, but they don't feel clicky. If you want clicky feeling buttons, you should start looking into custom parts to replace your buttons with, which is pretty much exactly the first thing I did. I got the MX Cherry Greens, ? And I custom made buttons, like with the switches in it, so I can get the exact feel I wanted. So you can go ham on how much you customize a fight stick, but the stock fight stick you get is gonna be pretty universal with what parts it has. Skullgirls, otherwise known as the closest thing we'll have to Darkstalkers 4. Thank you for the amazing care you've shown, Capcom. Yeah, rest in peace. I wish we had Darkstalker 4. It's also closer to. I mean, it was designed to be Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You know, like it's the spiritual successor to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's not meant to be a better Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or to, like, be a true sequel to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. It's just a spiritual successor. It's like a half sequel. Hey there, Yo-Yo. Good to see you here. Glad you have stopped by. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here is we match you up against a relatively even opponent, usually, and then provide constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong with your play, just the things that you need to focus on most. We might throw in a few extra little details here and there, too. We just kind of want to make sure you're fixing your core problems first, building a good foundation, and then building up your skill on top of that, one step at a time, you know? We won't overwhelm you with information, so you always can come back 1 week at a time and make sure you're practicing the things that we tell you, and you're not overwhelmed. With me today, I have my ever-so-talented co-host, Fluter Sam. That's him! That's the guy. Look at him go.
No. I've decided that I'm gonna go, and I'm going. Go. Yes.
I won't stop you.
No, Bill was.
I'm going.
Where?
Here.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad.
I'm going to like a better skill level because of Skullgirls Get Gr8.
Oh my god, look at you go.
I'm going. I pressed light punch. And then I hit medium punch, but I didn't hit heavy punch because they blocked it.
That's good. That is some good shit. Don't ever commit past a medium. I like that. Sam, you're learning. I'm so proud.
Yay. Now I too can do a free hit combo.
Let's see. If you are participating today, please join the Steam group chat. You can find the group chat in the links I've sent out already several times, but I'll go ahead and send it out one more time. Here you go. the Steam group chat is going to be the only place I guarantee I will check for logistic information, because that chat is usually generally quiet, so it's very easy to send out logistic information there without it being cluttered. If you post it in chat or in Discord or something, I won't promise I'll see it, but I might still see it and you'll be fine. But I recommend joining the Steam group chat to talk. You don't have to be part of the Steam group or anything like that, just join the Steam group chat. That's all I care about. Anything else? Anything else? I think we're good to get started.
Discord.
You can join our Discord too. That's a thing.
Got an emote thanks to Dr. Doc HPD's subscription. Thank.
She's real? Sorry, we have to.
There we go. Just.
What just happened?
He
Dr.
subscribed
Doc?
to Twitch.
Oh my
He
god, you
subscribed
just subscribed with Twitch Prime. You wasted your Twitch Prime on this stream. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much. A reminder that we are, of course, a non-profit stream. All that money from subscriptions and donations goes straight towards funding and increasing the prize pool tournament for our, well, the prize pool for our prize pool tournament every fourth Wednesday of every month. You are directly supporting the SGC, and I greatly appreciate it.
He subscribed to Twitch Prime, and it said Dr. PhD subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank him for that. And I was like, thank.
Where did it say that?
It just popped up saying thank, because he unlocked this emote for me by doing that somehow.
Yeah, alright.
I don't know how.
I don't even see that. I just see Dr. Doc PhD subscribed to Twitch Prime. That's all I see. What do
Yeah,
see,
but
this
you
dank
see the way I
lore?
say thanks for the heart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what popped up for me, like in the chat. It just said thank him for that, you fuck.
Alright.
I was like, alright.
Sassy
Sure,
Twitch
I'll thank
Twitch.
him, I guess.
Alright, well, speaking of sass, I'm gonna go ahead and skip straight on into our first match, which will be, of course, Dry Eyes versus Varianth. Dry Trap? Dry Trap with Dry Trap? Dry Eyes? I don't know, whatever. Dry Eyes versus Varianth. You guys are up first. Judgment was going to be first, but they told me that they were gonna be held up by work. So I put them last. My bad. I know you're here now. Sit tight. There's only 3 matchups today anyway, so it won't be too long.
Penny was meant to be here, by the way.
Oh, she was?
Yeah, she said, like, are you gonna, like, be doing Get Gr8? And was like, yeah, but I gotta wake up first. And she was like, well, hurry up. And then I told her I was awake, and then 20 minutes later I went, Penny! And she's like,
I have a feeling Sam is capping out the mic. Give me just a moment.
Incorrect.
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 Are you
Very
significantly
incorrect.
louder than me?
Oh, I know what it is.
Did you know what it was? He just left. He's just gone. His existence was loud, apparently.
Hello?
Hello, Sam.
Am I better now?
You're capping out the mic just as much as I thought you were, so I'm gonna... we're just
No.
gonna- Oh, okay.
I know what it is.
No, I'm pretty sure it's on my end. Don't worry about it, Sam.
I'm worrying about it. You can't tell me not to.
Watch me. Alright, try saying something.
Hello.
Much better.
That's dang.
Turn down Skullgirls.
So I like some Skullgirls.
Skullgirls is some good music, but I don't want it to be overwhelming our commentators. There we go. I think it's much better. Yeah, alright. We didn't exactly get any audio feedback earlier, but that's fine. Okay, had a DP. Fortunately, I'm unable to do anything after that. Giant step to brass. Notice how little you got with that giant step brass. I just want to point that out. Look at that thing. Giant step is good as a threat. It is not a go-to neutral tool. Basically, if your opponent's not respecting giant step, then you can use giant step. But I don't think there was a situation to use giant step there. Grabbing out of pressure is extremely dangerous because it loses to your opponent jumping. And also, it sets your vertical hurt box height to its maximum height value. So what ends up happening is that if your opponent jumped, they're pretty much guaranteed to get a counter hit punish on you if you try to wake up grab, or like grab out of pressure. So it is almost never worth it. On top of that, while you do get the corner from doing a back grab, your damage is obviously cut in half. Well, not literally cut in half. It's like cut down significantly because you start at 50% scaling. So I highly recommend you do not grab out of pressure. If you are doing it, it has to be a very calculated move. Like you are positive that they're not going to call an assist, or maybe they are calling an assist, or they're doing something super meaty, like it's going to be a level 3 coming in from the back and they're just down backing, waiting for you to get hit by it. Like there are situations where it's like, okay, it's not completely dumb to do that, but it is scary. You got to be paying close attention. Why aren't you playing GFL? What is GFL?
I think it either means like either good fucking luck or good fucking lord.
Why aren't I playing good fucking... Oh.
I think it's more like good fucking lord, because, you know, why aren't I playing? Jeez.
No, it could be. Stupid mobile gacha game. Never mind. That's what I figured it would be. I'm not actually sure.
What's a stupid mobile gacha game?
Hell yeah.
What's a stupid mobile gacha game?
I assume GFL?
No.
Alright, medium giant step. Didn't really get anything off of it, but I mean, good stuff you didn't overcommit. Fortunately, you should have been able to punish that. It's a bit tough. Here. To Vembras.
Well, thank you, Doctor. I'm glad you were
Nice
able to
bait on
explain it,
the
because Real Robot was just not helpful.
Damn, savage.
Even though you said the exact same thing, but you know.
This game, which is both stupid and on mobile. Nice. Good stuff. Solid pressure. That was actually really good on dizzy management. You're actually playing really well. I mean, if you could have gone quicker into applying pressure, that would have been good, but you were trying to bait out some sort of reversal because Rise has been beat extending constantly. If you're going to reversal, make sure you're doing it infrequently. I shouldn't say infrequently. You're mixing it up. You don't always reversal, and you don't always play it like defensively. It's like you want to keep your opponent guessing on whether you're going to reversal or not. So they have to respect your option. Long story short. Like, Fortune backing off like that, not Fortune, Painwheel backing off like that was a huge advantage for you guys. Obviously it didn't pan out, but that's fine. Like, that just happens. But the fact that they had to give you one more chance and not just keep on applying pressure is important. But if you actually press the reversal there, then they get to punish you. So you just want to threaten the reversal without actually having to use it all the time. It's one of those situations. Like, yeah.
By the way, just
what's the highest
another
combo count possible? 999.
By the way, just a heads up. If you're watching the VOD review on Twitch, you can look at the Twitch chat to get like some advice from other players, such as like Buck Yo-Yo. And maybe if you get lucky, you'll get some from good players as well.
What's with you today? You're killing everybody. Oh my god.
I'm feeling like
the
a sassy
sass.
Sue.
So not Sam. I mean,
Sassy Sam.
damn, Fluter Sam being bullied today. Judgment Cat Cup saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me that the trade-off for Painwheel's slower speed is her damage output. That is not quite correct. Her damage is alright. The benefit for Painwheel's slow speed is that she can cancel and make everything safe. Did my game crash? My game crashed. I didn't even realize that.
I noticed that. Yeah. I was sitting there going like, why is Crank the black screen?
Yeah, that's not good. I'll fix that in a second.
That's not good.
But the fact, so she has a She doesn't have that much armor at all, actually, to be completely honest. The fact of the matter is that she has some armor. With Hatred installed, she has better armor and can do decent damage, like pretty good damage. Definitely on the higher end. But the thing that really pays off for her is that she can flight cancel everything. So anything can turn into a reset, anything can be made safe. You never are committed to being on the ground, so anything that's like for example, Giant Step, that only affects characters that are on the ground, H Giant Step specifically, you can at any moment uncommit to a button and then cancel out of it. In exchange for her slowest speed, she gets like infinite aggression. Big Band's exchange for a slower speed is the damage. Go ahead and get a new lobby link just in case. I think it's the same link, but don't want to risk it.
You have to be really careful doing heavy brass dry trap. They were just backing off and you did heavy brass and it hit because they decided to try and go in at that time, but don't do that.
Actually,
also, I never said I was a good player.
Draw.
I did say it was in chat, didn't I? Not,
Are you implying
not,
that Yo-Yo said that he was good? Yo talks shit about himself all the time, although he shouldn't.
No, Yo-Yo's terrible.
Alright.
I'm not gonna admit that he's good.
Yeah, very.
Oh, thank God, is that Penny?
Yes.
I'm tired of being the asshole on the stream. It's your turn.
Well, good news. That's what I'm best at. I got
I'm
called
just talking. Sam's just been talking shit about everyone in chat since he got here.
dope. I would have been
Probably
here sooner, but I got called away.
It's unfortunate.
Okay. Alright. Last game was off stream, so we're not going to count it. Hopefully this game I don't time out. Alright, cool. We're in there. We're going to count this as game number 2. Welcome, Penny.
Game number 3. Ah! Crank.
Beat extend, caught both characters, this is good. Carry all the way to the corner, please. That is not what you should have done. You should have finished with SSJ, you would have killed. Remember, you do, when you're hitting your opponent's assist character, you do 50% extra damage. Don't use SSJ? Good. Alright, good awareness on how much damage you're gonna do. All that red health goes away, it all pays off. But basically, Fortune won the next set of neutral there after Brass, because you're pretty much giving up Oki by using Heavy Brass at the end. Then all that health you did on Pain would have gone away. You do 50% bonus damage, and Supers unscale a little bit, so just make it work. Get the kill. Alternatively, you could have gone into a route that would have had them in the air at the end, so you could have gone into Symphony Drive, which does more damage at max scaling, question mark, if you don't have taunt. Is that right, Penny?
Symphony doing more damage than SSJ?
At max scaling, if you don't have taunt.
I think so. I want to say
Sounds
that's
right.
true.
Yeah.
It's more hit, so I'm assuming so.
It hit more times.
Yeah. And the more times something hits, the happier the green is.
Agreed. Alright. A-Train, I don't know. You should have just gone first string A-Train to level 5. Solo versus Trio, you do 1.45 scaling. This move was going to do 70% of their life one way or another.
A soldier can never think by his heart, ma'am. He gotta think by the book.
Who needs a song? What a beta, oh my god. Damn.
Why would anybody want to song?
It's Savage Saturday, I guess. That's what it is today. Saturdays are meant for dads. And Dad's car!
Wow, I can see this one.
Nice. Welcome. You're gonna make
It's
it in
almost
time
crazy.
for game number 4.
Game number 4, Crank. You said it was game number 2 last game, but you were wrong.
That's okay.
That's okay, I'm used to you being wrong.
Yeah, me too.
No, Crank, you're meant to be savage to other people, not yourself.
I can't. It's against the
God.
law.
Damn it.
You're going for a
Round
lot
start
of hard
brass?
reads around start dries. Sometimes just...
That was round start brass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a round start option. Don't do that.
Snap him out of there. What do you... Okay, cool. So you want to bring in the Pain Wheel so you can get rid of her right now, I guess?
If you don't
And
like
also
the
force
assist, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I guess it's a good point. I would have done it for the Parasol if you were trying to get rid of an assist.
Yeah. But
Parasol's-
Parasol likes being on point. Painwheel doesn't like coming in on the other person's terms, so I can see it.
Yeah. You also get a partial reward where, because you snap Fortune, her head falls off, and if you force opponent to be headless when they're not ready to be headless, that actually is very, very significant. I've heard that from every high-level Fortune player, where it's like if they become headless when they're not ready for it, they feel really, really uncomfortable.
Is that a bait?
I think so. Fairith has been doing a lot of baits, which I kind of respect a lot.
So I haven't been here for the whole set.
Uh-huh.
Have they been working? Because if they're not mashing when you bait, you should stop baiting.
No, it has been working a lot.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen the set.
Drytrap's been
Guys-
mashing a lot for that.
It is a
I
solo
matched a
game,
lot for
I
the
guess.
first game and a half, and then I think they made an adjustment smartly to like calm down a bit until they stop baiting everything. Okay, cool stuff. Backing off. Remember, as big band, you don't want to give up space. Jumping backwards is a huge sacrifice. You're paying a huge price for that, so be careful. Again, I want to point it out one more time because I pointed it out the first game. When you do H Giant Step, notice, and then you finally hit him with Brass, notice how little damage it did. It didn't actually do any work. So using these neutral tools are meant to mostly to threat your opponent, not to actually use them. They don't actually help you.
Whoa, why are we doing A-Train full screen? Okay.
He's been
You
doing.
should not be doing A-Train and neutral against a Parasol,
Should not be doing
but
Brass against
you should also not be jumping this much against a big band in neutral.
He's been doing a lot of heavy brass as well in previous matches. So
If
like
you,
this in neutral,
There you go.
like there.
even if the
he's
big
there.
band has the life lead, you should not be afraid to just zone him. Because what's he gonna do about it?
Yeah. Your tiers are fast enough to also stuff any H Giant Step attempts, unless they call an assist, which this band obviously can't. So they pretty much lose any defensive option they have against you,
You should-
stopping you from staying on the ground.
You should only jump on reaction to Giant Step. That's the only time you should be jumping in this neutral. That or lane canceling symbols, but if you're full screen, you're not doing that.
If you're zoning, isn't H tier fast enough to stuff H Giant Step anyways?
There's a timing where it works, like if he does it right as you start.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of what you should do is plant tiers on him, whether him blocking shot or you tossing, and then use that to make him afraid to move. And just slowly chip away at his life until either you walk him into the corner or he gets frustrated and goes in. Those are your like win conditions in bad neutral.
You have one more match, by the way, guys, because the other one was broken.
Yeah. One more match. Uno más. Wait, Penny, say something?
Ah!
Very well.
Okay, nice. Actually say something. That's better.
All according to plan.
Speaking of Street Fighter, because somebody brought it up in chat, Steph looks awesome.
Why so?
The swaggy as heck. With their routes and stuff, there's so many flips and things going everywhere, and they
Oh,
look
they just
fun.
look really cool.
Also, they're like non-binary canonically now, which is cool. That's exciting.
Is it non-binary or agender? Or gender fluid?
I don't know. I'd have to Google it.
All
I'd have
three
to
of
ask
which would
Capcom.
apply in this situation. Yeah, like let's go ask Seth right now. You're not
Mr.
the-
Capcom.
Yeah.
Mr.
Go ask John
Capcom
Capcom.
video game.
Mr. Seth Calm himself.
The thitties. Alright, beat extend round start. Dries, I don't know what you're doing round start.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Because I know you were also I think you were the same person who was asking about big band incoming setups, or maybe it was one other person who was asking about big band incoming setups. It might have been Dr. Dog. But I'm trying to understand what your plan is round start. Round start is not a 50-50. Round start is not a gamble where either you get it or you don't. What?
It should never be a 50-50. Exactly.
There are times where you can make it a safe 50-50, like Squiggly. Like, being able to threaten with SPO is extremely important. But, like, you never... That's not what you want it to be. If you are guessing what will work at round start, you are doing it wrong.
Here's some math for you, right? If you're doing a 50-50 round start, there's a 50% chance you get a combo, there's a 50% chance you die. If you just move at round start, there's a very little chance that you get hit. And getting hit in this game means you probably lost your character.
Yeah. And obviously, like, while your win condition is obviously to get a hit on your opponent, like, you obviously want to hit your opponent. Hitting them with brass and hitting is not helping you. Hitting with round start DP is getting you a scaled combo at best. It's not paying off. So it's like high risk, low reward. I guess medium risk is a 50-50, basically. Just guessing to see what they did.
Would rather lose my character than up back assist call. Don't even up back assist call. Just leave.
Just ult
Big Band's best round start option is backdash. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing left to see here.
But my brat.
Assist call ult F4. It's best round start. It's optimal, in fact.
That is a pretty good one. I'll give you that one.
Mikesy hasn't nerfed that one yet. Alright. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get Dr. Doc versus an open lobby. Who wants to fight Dr. Doc?
I will fight Dr. Doc.
Only if we don't have anyone in the audience. Kind of want to see. Lord wants to play. Let's do it, Lord. Post lobby link again. No problemo. It might be a problemo. It's not a problemo. Dries, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but normally what we try to do is we try to check if there are people who did not register first. That applies to you as well, Variant. Appreciate the enthusiasm, but give people in the audience a chance.
So your best bet defensively, if you get caught in a combo, is to hold back and pray they drop a reset. No.
No.
The best bet, being in a mix is just as much of a mind game as neutral is. Some of it comes down to just knowing characters and knowing, okay, they did this setup, I know they have these options out of it. And, like, this is the most common one kind of thing, you know?
I mean, let's not even talk about pressure right now. So let's just talk about being in a combo. So in a
That's what they said, yes.
Combos are incredibly flexible. At any point, they can turn it into a burst bait. At any point, they can go into a reset. You have to build your familiarity. It's like, okay, this is the route that my opponent is using. This is the type of combo he likes to do. He's ending in the air. That means it's probably going to be like an unmashable reset, so I better down back or something like that, right? Other things are like, oh, look, I know he goes for a reset here every single time. I recognize this route. I'm going to mash SSJ or some sort of super to get me out of here. Other times where it's like, oh, I know that he calls assist and downbacks in the situation, it's a safe jump setup or something like that. I know I have to do something to get out of here. You can lab it out. Sometimes you can... the reason in combos you don't want to just hold down back is because there's probably a situation where the combo's not going to finish, and you want to be ready to take advantage of it. Long story short.
Let me, again, remind the gamers that A-Train is not in a neutral assist. And every time you call Big Band and he's just got an air hitbox, you're risking him taking so much damage.
Yeah. I would call him more of a neutral assist than a counter call assist. I see a lot of people use A-Train as a counter call assist, and I'm just...
Oh, don't do that. That's even worse.
Yeah, it's just like, but why, though?
I see it more like Excella or something. Well, like, you know, obviously. But it's more like a combo setup assist than it is a neutral assist.
Absolutely.
If you're playing a duo with A-Train... well, first I'd advise against it. But if you want to do it, like if you want to go full Yaya or something, you know, is it Yaya? He played A-Train, right?
159.
159 did. If you want to do that, you make sure you have a charge and just play the squiggly. I don't need to play neutral. Don't try to A-Train the neutral. Just try to squiggly the neutral.
The thing is, Squiggly, when you have 1 meter and punch charge, you are the best neutral character in the game. You don't need an assist to play
not
neutral.
agree with that.
That's
I
because
would
you play
say
Carousel.
I would say Squiggly with punch charge and 1 meter is the worst neutral character because she just skips it.
I mean, I guess that counts. Yeah, I'll take it.
It's like cat heads. Yeah, you could do it in neutral, but it's not neutral anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty much over at that point. So, like, oh, nice. Good practicing getting the SBO after the second hit. That is an important thing to practice. Third hit, you want to be able to do third hit against a single character, but again, if you are hitting both characters at the same time, you always want to do it after the second hit, because the third character seems to go flying extra far every single time. Or second character goes flying extra far. I don't know why that is. That's a thing. Just a reminder, Ban's only low after crouching leg kick is crouching heavy kick, which is a sweep. So be aware that after you block past a light, just switch to high guard and Band can't do anything about it. Also, all pressure ends after giant step. If Band goes and tries to mix the giant step, that's a Hail Mary. After that, you get a heavy counter hit every time.
You should have known I got the black belt in baritones.
The fix was in.
Yeah. Although I am learning now that I do recommend practicing not needing punch charge in neutral until you are able to get it like mid combo. Wait till you get a hit confirm, get them into A train, build a charge with the A train thing, and then convert. You know what I mean? Lord, I highly recommend doing exactly what you did. So thank you for doing that. Always pause the stream when you are playing the game. I reckon this is my advice to everybody. Always pause the stream before you play the game. Afterwards, you can worry about like watching the VOD and all that. All the VODs are instantly on Twitch and then they go up on YouTube right after the stream anyway. So like make sure, make sure you're focused on playing your normal game and then worry about the coaching afterwards. Worry about fixing your mistakes after your game. While you're playing the game, just play the game. Hey there, Fuqua Stinks. Thank you for the 100-bit donation. Reminder that we are a non-profit stream. All donation and subscription money goes straight towards funding and increasing the prize pool for the prize pool tournament at the end, or at the end of every month, the 4th week of every month, 4th Wednesday. So I appreciate your generosity. It's going straight towards donating and benefiting the SGC.
Yeah.
Non-profit stream where all the money goes towards funding. Hell yeah.
But you.
Get great. The non-profit stream where it's actually profit, you just don't know.
I really like the punishing the assist with crouch heavy punch. It's how you should be doing it. But if you don't jump cancel it, you're kind of just sitting there on a heavy button. So if you're gonna do it, jump cancel it so you can block immediately.
2 hits of heavy punch. I understand that you're probably like caught up in the moment and then you only did 1 hit of, or you crouching leg kick, crouching medium kick, and then just 1 hit of standing heavy punch. I think that's, if I saw correctly. You always use both hits because A, you just want to get used to using both hits of that string in general, but also because like it's the same amount of plus, but there's much more of a visual cue that you can snap there. Does that make sense?
Just the charge input. That's unfortunate.
That's fine. You just got hit by a sweep. That's fine. He's just sweeping.
So you have a charge and you have meter. If you... This is something I've been saying to everybody that plays Squiggly forever. If you sit there and hold the charge, there is absolutely nothing Beowulf can do. If he tries to sweep, you get to just daisy him. If he tries to go in, you got SPO or daisy.
Yeah. Well, it specifically applies to
win
full
neutral
screen.
by holding charge.
Yeah. It full screen.
It's heckin' good. You gotta have, like, you kinda gotta have reactions for it, but...
You might as well
there's
start
only one
practicing
way
it
to work
now.
on that.
You're gonna need to be able to threaten with center stage anything at all times, so you might as well start practicing that.
And what I said about band versus parasol also applies to band versus band. The only time you should be jumping is if you see giant step.
Yeah.
You don't-
A lot of people try to play the rock paper scissors where everyone just jumps and threatens with A train or symbols all over the place every time. Don't play the big band rock paper scissors. It's a losing situation. You don't want to play that game. Big band wins the more you limit your opponent's space, and you don't really get to do that if you play the rock paper scissors game.
The solution to that is to BM in other ways so that they stop saying that holding charge is BMing.
The solution to them saying that they're BMing you is you go, I'll show you real BM.
Yeah, just start teabagging every time you kill someone, and they won't call you holding charge BMing anymore, trust me.
Kara cancel forward heavy punch with a stancel. Just overdo it, do it over and over again. That's BMing. Sweep. Cool. So, some adjustment you could be working on, Lord. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so a minor adjustment you could be working on, Lord, is pay attention to your opponent a little bit more. You notice that they've been using that sweep really aggressively, like every single time you call your band assist. Jump forward to their band assist, because now if they try to sweep, you get a free combo.
Also, this might be getting a bit too extreme, but I don't know if you've noticed it, but he's push blocking at the same time every time you're doing that block stream. Block stream? Block stream. If you notice someone's getting predictable with their push blocks, don't do the rest of the moves. Just stop and they'll backdash and you can kill them.
Dr. Doc, in that situation, you had... Hey, go ahead and finish. What were you saying?
I was finished.
Oh, okay. So, Dr. Duck, what you did there is you alpha countered in, which is cool. Generally, there are very few situations where alpha counter is the correct option, but in that situation it's fine. What you should have done is, since you had 2 additional meter left, is gone straight into SSJ because you know your assist is A-Train. A-Train was not going to hit Squiggly unless she jump canceled, which she couldn't do because you alpha... Well, could she have jump canceled? I guess she could have jump canceled. My point is that she probably wasn't going to jump cancel. So you should have alpha countered and then Kara canceled your A-Train into an SSJ, and you would have gotten a solid punish on Squiggly. Or maybe she could have daisied on reaction. No, maybe she could daisy on reaction. It's a tricky situation, I guess. But committing to A-Train was never a good idea, because then she just gets a free heavy counter hit. At least when it's daisy, it's scaled to 50%, and she had to spend a meter. Yeah, you know what? Alpha countering in that situation was not a good idea. I'm just gonna say that. It was a lose-lose.
I don't think it... Does it even work on double? I don't know if it works on double, because double is very strange.
Double works.
Does
double and band, I think, are the only ones. Oh, Bayo, it works. I don't think
Bayo
it works
and
on
Eliza it definitely works on.
It works on Bayo and Eliza? It
Yeah.
works on a lot more characters than I thought. I know it works on band for sure. That's a big one. Double is what I was told it does work on. That was the first time I heard about it. So I haven't tested it, but I believe it.
Also, fun fact, if you have an assist that gives you charge, you can convert off throw with center stage, and it'll wall bounce, and you get a combo without spending meter.
Yeah. You have to spend punch charge, which is sometimes worse.
Yeah. Which is why I said if you have an assist that builds charge, it's probably worth it, because you can just get it back.
Yeah. If you are willing to spend the meter, I recommend doing center stage SPO, because then you get the punch charge back and you get the a standing medium punch vortex right after the SPO. That's kind of nice. Nice conversion off the Little Mortis, optimal first string. Drop the conversion, that's fine. People mess up all the time. That's not fine, that sucks. Jumping in on Beowulf is not an option, which kind of sucks for Squiggly. Because Squiggly, all she wants to do is jump in.
Yeah, so I keep talking about how Eliza Stain Medium Punch is one of the god anti-airs. But Bayo Crouch Hard Punch is definitely up there too. That button's stupid.
That button is pretty stupid.
Honestly, Bayo Crouch Hard Punch and Stand Hard Punch are super underused for how heckin' good they are. Unfortunate.
I think I mentioned last set, ending a block string in Giant Step is a Hail Mary. You guys basically just saw why. In general, if you want to be safe, do not press the heavy button if you notice your opponent blocking the light and medium. It might be a little bit tough to get used to at first, but I promise you it's definitely doable. Pressing light into a medium, you will definitely be able to react to that and not press the heavy button. or press the heavy button if it's a hits. At very optimal high level play, you will use 2 hits of a light instead. You will use a 2 hitting light to hit confirm. You will never even use a medium. It's not first to 5. It is 5 flat games. On Skullgirls Get Gr8, you don't do a set per se. You are playing 5 flat games. It's been 4.
Has it been 4?
3, 4, 3.
What the heck?
It's been
One
4.
says 3. That is weird.
Because Doctor left the lobby to turn his time back on at one point.
Yeah, it should be 4. Some weeks it's 3. Yeah, but generally
It's usually when there's more people. It's usually 5, but when there's like a lot of people, we do 3.
Yeah.
Just so that like we're not taking up so much time.
It actually started off as 3, as an incentive for people to sign up. I said, you know what, there's not enough people, it's gonna be 5. And I did some math and I found out that as long as it's 12 or less people, 5 ends up being faster than having 3, which is weird. But it's true, because most of the time is wasted in people just leaving and entering the lobby.
Yeah, that takes a minute.
If you actually crop out all the time we wait for, like, between all the sets, this stream is super short. Like,
Yeah, it is. It's like less than half the time is actually playing Skullgirls.
Yeah.
But if you cut it,
significantly less than
if you cut that out, then you don't get as much as like hearing their voices. So it's,
Yeah, that's
you
what the
don't- downside.
podcast is for.
Yeah, you don't get the podcast, which is why
Exactly.
people actually watch the stream, to hear our shitty
Oh yeah,
voices.
that's why they turn it on. They're like, all right, is the podcast on? Dope. Yeet.
I'm going nut. You can punish that.
You could have punished that with light, heavy SBO.
Heavies into a special does not make the string safe, especially when the special is the grab. It's a very day one Bayo thing, heavy into the grab. But getting push blocked means that the grab is super slow. Even if you don't get push blocked, it's super reactable, and you get a free punish just by jumping. Stop doing it. Just don't go to the heavy in the first place. Or if you find yourself, all right. If you find yourself,
I didn't know you could do
use
that.
tear toss. Yeah, it's like grab vulnerable
That's fun.
because it's just armored, so you can grab it.
Fair enough. I didn't mean to interrupt you, by the way. It just surprised me.
Nah, it was done pretty much.
Alright, so in that case, one more small thing. Squiggly, you were hitting both characters. First string launcher, then first air string, use heavy gravedigger, get the side switch and snap. You can dash up snap after heavy gravedigger. If you're extra scared and you have the meter to spare, then you can also do SBO, but make sure you save 1 meter so you can get the double snap. Out of the corner, if Squiggly gets a hit confirm, that's a guaranteed double snap. Technically, anywhere on the screen, if she gets a hit confirm and she has punch charge, it's a guaranteed double snap. All your beans are belong to me. A new regular grab did should beat SSJ.
I am being.
Regular grab beats SSJ only on player 2 side, and it's a 2-frame window. It's very difficult to set up.
It's not something you should be relying on to beat it consistently.
I lost in tournament because of that, and I was fucking pissed. At Frosty Faustings, I lost because my opponent at player 2 side, they were playing Bayo Band, and they grabbed me out of SSJ, and I was like, alright, okay, I guess this is what's happening now.
Definitely was 100% intentional.
If you want a setup that consistently beats all of band options, please come and play Parasol, because it's a really stupid setup.
I just don't touch her. I would recommend that. Don't touch
She gets, in the same setup, she gets to safe jump you with pressure if you block. She safe jump speed extend so she doesn't get hit, and she trades with SSJ, but she gets a combo with it. It's really stupid.
Exactly. I respect Doctor.
Damn.
I respect
Alright.
Doctor for that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
If you hate
Choice.
bands, join me in the Umbrella Club. Throw a Butch's
You,
assist on there. Every band will hate you.
Right, Penny. Like, I've told you about talking like about terrorism on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Stop that.
This is emotional blackmail.
No, I'll tell you what's back.
Okay. Wait, do we have another matchup?
Yeah.
Yes, we have beginners.
Okay, announce it, and then I'm gonna talk about safe jumps.
Alright, well, speaking of safe jumps, it's a safe bet that you're gonna enjoy Judgment Cup versus Thok. Both of you guys should enter the lobby. Gonna go ahead and get into. Oh shit, TBF is asking about safe jumps. I see why you got so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe jumps are really cool, and it's kind of Penny's
I
specialty.
love them.
I don't know why it's Penny's specialty, but she definitely
It's
loves
my
them.
favorite thing.
Because I'll tell you why it's Penny's specialty. It's a safe option that says you're not allowed to play the game anymore. It's great.
I mean, I guess I could see Penny liking that. I honestly think they're really cool because of mechanically how they work. The reason they work is so interesting.
Oh no, they're interesting. Yeah. That's all I'm
Link isn't
saying.
working for you. I'll try one more time. It wasn't put. I mean, if that link doesn't work again, I don't know what's happening.
The beauty about learning Eliza is you don't have to because she plays herself.
That character, honestly.
Do I have a safe jump for Squiggly? You think that's a real character? You nuts?
There's a safe jump. Yes, Squiggly has safe jumps. That is a thing. While they're landing on the ground, use jumping leg kick to restand them, then go into jumping medium, delayed jumping medium kick, and it'll be a safe setup.
But the way safe jumps work, we're having lobby issues. Maybe I should wait for a second.
Okay. Let me go ahead and remake the lobby in that case. Or actually, Thok, are you
No, we did it.
never
It's
mind.
all fixed.
all
Continue
according
on,
to
Penny.
Safe jumps. Heckin', you throw out a button on their wake up, right? If they do a move that's invulnerable, your button will whiff and you will land cancel it and block the thing that they did. So in other games, or in any game, I guess, they wake up DP, your button whiffs through the DP so you can land and then block the DP. But if they do a move that's not invulnerable, then your move just hits them and they get hit.
the reason it works
And
is
if they
because you're low
they
enough.
blocked it.
Yeah, the
you
reason it
can
works
crush
is
it.
because you're low enough to the ground that when you actually hit them, you start floating in the air and finishing your attack that lets you convert. Because you lose your lower downward momentum when you hit your opponent because of hit stop and all that stuff. But you end up continuing falling through your opponent because they're invulnerable, so they don't have a body that you can't fall through. It's kind of exciting. Squiggly players in top 8. Adivis, it used to be incredibly talented. Now I don't know what he does anymore. He still plays, hypothetically.
Nope.
Fuzzy Snugs is
That's a wrap.
incredibly talented and has a Squiggly, but I mean, you don't really get to see the Squigglies shine too much. That's all you're really going to see in top 8. You'll see Fuzzy Snugs all the time, though. In EU, everybody plays Squiggly because that's all they know. So, go ahead and join them.
So word of advice, you want to start the match?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Debatable.
But I was also going to say, Parasol's privileged when it comes to safe jumps, because I'm still on this. Because everybody else has to kind of react to see if it worked or not, and it's kind of strange, and they're decent, I guess. But Parasol's privileged, and she's like plus 20 on her safe jumps because of tears. And you get to do whatever you want, and it's stupid. And she gets it off every confirm as long as you have OTG, which she doesn't need anyway.
Trying to lie about alternate cancels for cancel, I assume you're trying to say. Just don't have the reactions to hit confirm right now. It's tough. Squiggly's not an easy character. When she was originally announced, Mike Z's introduction video for her was literally him saying, I highly do not recommend you pick up this character unless you really know what you're doing. And every beginner mistake is picking up Squiggly anyway because she's so goddamn cute.
She's adorable.
So
Too fucking cute.
Eliza has really, really good air-to-air buttons, but it's a strange one that you wouldn't actually think is good. Eliza's jump late punch is probably one of the best. Discounting Squiggly, it's probably one of the best air-to-air buttons. It's stupid disjointed.
Alright, I'm gonna have to pause you for a second, just because it seems like the connection. Well, I got kicked out. Are you guys
I'm
able to
watching.
watch?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Yeah.
Is it playing smoothly?
Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I guess I'm the
I
only
could-
one that
I
got kicked
could-
out.
I could see some connection issues, Vu, because Fox pin was really high even for me. So it was
It was lagging
compared to,
super
you
hard
guys.
for me, and I'm like, oh my god, are they playing it?
That's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
Dr. Doc watching the stream was just like, are you playing at McDonald's? Reminder, make sure you guys are playing on Ethernet out of respect for your opponent. You might think your Wi-Fi is good, but it's not. I promise you. Packet drops are inherently part of the infrastructure for Wi-Fi. You need to play on Ethernet as best as you can. Make sure you're not streaming or watching anything in the background. Pause all your videos, all your downloads, etc. and also make sure no one else in your place is using the internet within reason, of course. Also, make sure you're setting the appropriate GGPO setting. It may suck because you don't want to play on a delay, but having delayed inputs is better than watching a slideshow going backwards and forwards all the time.
I don't think squiggly execution's all that bad, just because there's a rhythm to it. The hardest execution characters I find are the ones that have weird delays off every confirm. Those are like the hard execution ones. But I would say squiggly is hard because you're playing a normal fighting game character in Skullgirls.
Uh-huh. She's not a Skullgirls character. She's a good character. She's not a good Skullgirls character.
I kind of get what you mean with like the harder characters or the like ones with like weird delays between their buttons, because like the delay back in every game I was trying Street Fighter and it felt like that for all the characters.
Yeah. There a lot of combos in this game, you can read it off of a list and then do it like while also reading the list pretty easily, because everything's really fluid and the combo system's really nice to use.
Yeah.
But there are other games, like Street Fighter's like hard to do that because everything's on a weird delay, it's strange, and
you have to wait to a certain point of the animation before you can cancel it.
I mean, ironically,
not even cancel it, like just continue on.
Ironically, every combo I learn in every fighting game is just a song in my head. Like, even with the weird delays, I'm like, oh yeah, then I just, like, literally in my brain add a little tune. Like, that fills that gap.
The delays that are consistent aren't bad. But, like, so, I don't know if you saw in the group chat, but I've been labbing Neo a little bit, right?
Right.
Her jump normal, the jump normal part of the combo, is a different delay for every confirm you do. And it makes it very difficult.
I mean, I'd have to mess around with that, but I feel like I've felt that with other, like, Jam and stuff and other characters I play, but, like, maybe not.
Man, your jam combo is crouch late sweep.
That is not true. That is how I break your defense, and then I can convert off of that sweep.
But
You
do you
fucking
convert
know I
off
convert off
that
of that
sweep?
sweep.
But do you convert off that sweep? That's the question.
Yeah.
Doctor, the definition of a safe jump is a jump in that has you block DPs and hit them if they don't. That's the short one. If you go back in the VOD, I rant about it because I'm me.
No, Squiggly is still difficult in execution if you're not familiar with other fighting games or you haven't learned B&Bs with other characters before. It's something difficult to jump into because all of her links are 2 frames. Like, they're tight. It's difficult, but it's not impossible. Again, in my brain, every combo's a song, so once I was able to learn Squiggly combos, I was able to learn any combo without an issue. With the exception of Fortune, because fuck using a kick button to jump cancel? Why?
Doctor, you don't block in the air, which is why it works in Street Fighter. When you block the reversal, you're blocking on the ground because you've line canceled. So you can still do it in Street Fighter because you're not actually in the air when you block.
I get kicked out.
Alright, I'm watching. Is it going smoothly?
Perfect.
Ended the
This
pressure.
looks like it's gonna end. I'm a genius!
Looks like what?
I was like, it looks like it's gonna end, and then it did, and I'm a genius!
What do you
Wait,
mean?
the end, like the combo ended?
Wait, you still watching?
No.
I'm watching, yeah.
Oh, kick me out.
Yeah.
What's going on with this? It's weird.
You
doesn't matter,
You can't
the-
see me!
The important one's getting this short on stream.
Approaching leg kick does not tech chase for Eliza. It is unfortunate. It does not reach that far. Use Horus instead. Like, if you see your opponent tech, like, keep your eyes on your opponent. It's like a difficult skill to have. But once you are keeping your eyes on your opponent and you see them tech, Kara cancel whatever button you were pressing into Horus. Bird Insurance is your best friend.
But once you get into intermediate, I'm gonna yell at you if you use it too much.
Well, yeah. It'll still work, but Penny will yell at you.
I will yell at you like heck. And then I'll yell at the other person for not lane canceling it because nobody does it.
Chicken block land
Oh,
cancel.
yo, I'm playing Elizabeth. I can help.
Alright, no more BB tag. I'm tilted enough.
Hey, you want to play cross tag after this?
No.
Rest in peace.
And I'm gonna keep yelling at you for using Airwolf because you shouldn't do it. And it's honestly, it's not gonna go through until somebody starts actually consistently punishing it. Because as long as they're not, you can keep doing it. But
So it comes like
it's a bad habit when you find someone that does.
So it's funny that Lord says like they do combos like they're a dude with Parkinson's on meth, because that's actually completely valid and okay. Because there's a huge debate in the FGC on whether people should double tap buttons or not.
I hate that.
I hate it too. It needs to be a rhythm, like in my head. If it's not a rhythm, I
If
can't do it.
somebody's so like Josh had a phase where he double tapped all his combos. I don't like that, but I could see it. But if you're actually just mashing it out and you're not doing the next move until you see the one that you don't do that. That will never be consistent.
Player 2 wins.
Clean
The
execution.
quintuple tap from Yo-Yo.
Clean execution will save you nightmares. You'll be up at 4 a.m. going, "Oh no, my medium punch didn't come out," and I can help you with that.
Sadly, I disagree. I mean, while I want to agree with you, it's just not true. Like, there's a lot of high-level players that double tap and this just works for them. That's why it's a huge
Double
debate.
tapping
Otherwise
is different than mashing, though. Like, double tapping it is you're doing it twice, but you're still timing it, so everything comes out consistently. Whereas mashing it is you just do it until you hit the other button.
That's generally my understanding of double tapping. Like, people
I
just
thought
kinda...
double tapping was just doing it twice.
I mean, that's most people only need to do it twice, but they're like basically pressing the button over and over until they catch themselves.
Yeah, don't do that one.
You don't wait till the other button comes out. Yeah, like you shouldn't do that. My personal opinion is learning the timing fluidly is a lot more effective and helpful for you in the long run. But there's a lot of high level play that just does that. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Honestly, mashing is worse for tight links because there's a smaller window where it actually works.
Yep.
If you mash it, there's a chance it doesn't work. If you time it, it'll work 100% of the time.
Well, maybe 90% of the time. Let's not put it unnecessary.
100% of the time.
Right?
I don't drop things.
Famous last
She is a god.
That aside, though, like, jokes aside, I like to think I have pretty alright execution. And I hate any kind of mashing it out. Just time it.
Oh, so did you get into the game because I'm in the game?
I'm watching this
I'm
one.
not in the game.
Why does it keep alternating?
I don't know.
Alright, Sam, you're next.
No, I'm watching.
Alright, should I close the game then so you get a turn?
No.
What's it called? Do a what's it called? Radio Girls.
Radio Girls.
Oh,
Don't
wait.
super unless...
What the fuck's going on? Keep going.
I would recommend against doing a super to end a combo unless it will kill them. Because your knockdown is not very good off that. The damage is not very good because you're scaled as heck. Would recommend not doing that.
Hey there, copycat. You mash so hard you press the button once per frame. That
would probably actually work.
actually works. I mean, if you
Yeah,
can
that would
somehow
work.
press the button 60 times a second, well, I guess 72 times a second without your finger exploding. I'm pretty sure that defies some law of physics somewhere.
Einstein's just like, man, I wish I had that execution.
Yeah. Einstein created the theory of relativity to prove that people can't have good execution.
No, hold
It's not
on.
just him.
If he presses the button like once per frame, doesn't that mean that he's just holding the button?
No,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that's not pressing it.
No, that's true. That is actually true. You need a frame to register that you released the button.
Oh. But you're not
That's a good
pressing
catch,
it.
Sam.
Because I know that's how that works for like when people are making tasks. So I was wondering when you just be holding it then.
But if you hold it, you're not mashing it.
But no, you're just that fucking fast that it looks like you're just holding it.
But that's different than actually holding it.
No, but the game will register that as you held the button. You can try that. If you go into frame advance,
no,
there's
I see the game does it, but IRL,
Oh, I see. Like IRL.
holding it and mashing it are quite different.
All right, so he's mashing it, but the game's just like, all right, I'm just gonna make you hold that.
Yeah, the game.
it's like
stop playing Skullgirls.
it's when like something is so fast that you like like someone draws their sword and then puts it away, and then everyone behind him dies. You know what I mean?
I heckin' love that.
Yeah, the game didn't catch everything.
It is done.
I'm the kind of person that's like, God, I hate that trope, and then every time I see it, I freak out.
Yeah, it's so cool. But also really like overdone, but it's probably overdone because of how cool it is and consistently managed to stay cool.
Yeah, it's still awesome, so I don't actually care, but I care.
One of my favorite vines is it's just like this dude who's got like a sword on his back, and he's just got like an orange in front of him in front of the camera, and he just pulls out the sword and immediately puts it back in, and the orange gets cut.
Dies. Oh,
And then the orange gets cut, and he's all like happy about it, and then he like moves, and then like the entire kitchen behind him just falls all over.
I will forever be a proponent for first string snipe parasol combos because it like doubles her damage. Heck, your supers at the end.
I honestly don't like supers at the end, which kind of sucks for Squiggly because doing SBO at the end lets you set up for so much dumb stuff, or even Daisy just for like Oki. I know Liam specifically routed combos that were optimal that did not use Silver Cord, just so they can always end their combo in Silver Cord Daisy for Oki.
That's cool.
It destroys her damage, but hey.
Did you get in game this time, Penny?
Yes.
We're all in.
Nice attempt to anti there with crouching medium punch or standing medium punch. Expected.
It's the DP. DPing on that side's hard.
Let's pick up on
Nobody
the grab.
practices on player 2 side, so it's difficult.
Alright, so I'm going to say the obvious thing in this situation because this is, of course, the beginner bracket. Reminder to check out the BNB compendium. If you type !BNB into Twitch chat, it'll take you to a list of combos for every character. These are not the most optimized combos by any mean, but they are very useful for learning the most common links and strings that your character will be using. Being familiar with all these combos is important, just so your fingers get more familiar with the character. The reason I ask you to learn a combo is not because combos do big damage and it's the most important thing of the game, not at all. It is useful for being, again, familiar with your character. Once you're more familiar with the character, we can start talking about more advanced things like corner carries, routing things, set play, resets, etc., etc. But right now, we just need you to get more familiar with the characters, instead of just pressing buttons while you're approaching them. And I'm about to get kicked. I think I'm getting kicked.
Unfortunate. Could we get a bot command where when you type in !Swago, the bot puts in !BNB for us?
But it has Swaga's name attached to it.
Yeah, it's just like Swago : !BNB.
Alright, here's the mix-up. Training room is the best part of any fighting game. I'm biased.
You're very biased.
I live in training room. I heck love it.
Every player learns a little bit differently. Optimal training is a little bit of IRL experience, a little bit of training mode. You want both. It is kind of pointless to have one or the other.
Optimal is the way I do it, and there's no other way.
If you aren't as skilled as me, what's the point?
Also, just blatantly calling out Penny here, but don't
do it.
Do everything that's just completely optimal that you find on the internet. Figure out why something's bad and why something's good before you use the good stuff and not the bad stuff. This is extremely important because otherwise you'll never find out why high-level play never uses a tool. It might be useful, it might be a threat or something.
Counterpoint, just go play better games. Heck, Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear is not the only game that applies. You do this to every game.
I'm upset about hair car still.
It's a good move. It hits everybody. That's bad.
Yeah, take it bad. We're just also bad.
That's why it works.
I don't want it to work.
If you don't practice learning to deal with all the bad stuff, you're never gonna.
I'm upset that you're right.
That's okay.
How dare you?
I'm not right all the time, but when I am, I feel fucking good.
And I'm sitting here going like, what do you mean use the good stuff? Like the bad stuff's the fun stuff.
Alright. So, Judgment Cup, ironically, nobody knows you're bad because we kept on being kicked out of your stream. So, try playing a couple more games, and hopefully I'll actually be able to watch and provide advice. But, for the most part, for those last 5 games, we were barely able to advise because none of us were able to stay in. So, since you guys are still in the lobby, I would appreciate if you guys readied up again, and we'll try a couple more times, but I don't know how well this is going to work.
It's strange, because, like, Fox been here before, but I think it's, like, Fox having, like, really bad internet, because their pin's, like, really high, even compared to you guys for me. And also they were having trouble, like, even joining the lobby in the first place. So So I feel like it's and like Judgment Cup's like he's like lower than you crank. So I think it's like Fox Connection to some degree.
It might be both. I mean,
Might
West
be
Coast
both.
versus Midwest, actually. No, Judgment Cup is right next to me. I'm in Midwest. I don't know why it says West Coast on my thing, but like, I mean, I don't know. The disconnect count? No, not really. WTF did they do to your controls in BB tag? They changed the controls?
No.
Oh,
He's bad.
I guess.
I think like he's thinking of like, oh, when you mash light punch, you get like that like cross swap thing because you know he's bad and he doesn't know what
Pad
that
buttons
is.
are reversed.
Well,
Are you holding your pad upside down?
that's a possibility.
your light button is now your heavy button. Yeah, PB tag thought that you would want that instead.
My medium is now tag.
BB
Right,
tag
so-
thought that you might want that.
So I know that like all your controls are reversed and everything, Yo-Yo, but change them back.
That's a good point. That is an option.
It is? You can change default
Yeah.
controls in video games?
I've heard rumors.
I'm gonna call him my buddy old...
Trying to figure out what
my buddy
confirm
Gabe.
button-
Confirm button is light. It's your heavy button.
Can't change my controls if I don't know what they are to begin with.
Can't change my controls if I don't play the game.
Can't change my controls if I don't turn on my computer.
The only control you need to map to your anything, honestly, is Alt F4.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's
Mm-hmm.
Smite doesn't let you do that, and I'm still upset about it.
Smite doesn't let you Alt F4.
You cannot Alt F4 Smite.
I hate games that override Alt F4. I feel like it's
No,
annoying.
I hate it. It's an option in Windows to disable Alt F4 when you're playing games, and I don't know why you do that. That's an important button.
Pretty useful button. I was messing around with Clip Studio Paint, and it just refused to close. Forget Alt F4, I literally couldn't close it with anything besides, what's it called? Task Manager. Even that put up a fight.
Got boxing gloves on.
Oh my god, we got a full B&B. Going to level 1. We're gonna DHC and get the kill?
That DHC doesn't actually work if you do it there. They fly out.
Oh really? They're too high?
Yeah. It's the
You
same
just don't
thing
do
if you
the
try
last
to do Sekhmet into bikes, it doesn't. You have to do it earlier, it's weird.
So, something about raw
questionable
tagging.
raw tag.
Yeah, so raw tagging seems so enticing because the entire startup is invulnerable and you come out and do an attack, which is really, really cool. But if you are super, super minus on block, and if you don't understand frame data, that's fine for now, at this level. Just understand that you are super vulnerable and your opponent can get a heavy counter hit, which will do a lot of damage. That will straight up just kill your character. So do not raw tag unless you are specifically trying to threaten with it. Like, if you think your opponent's not respecting a raw tag, then you can occasionally use a raw tag to, like, make a statement like, hey, I'm willing to raw tag, fuck you. But for the most part, it is extremely dangerous, and it's a habit that you want to get out of your system right away. It is a very common beginner mistake to get used to using raw tag all the time to escape pressure. Do not do that.
Unless you're Bella,
That-
then it's a DP.
Yeah. So, I don't even know if you realize this, Judgment Cup, but using Sweep there was incredibly smart because Sweep breaks armor. Grabs and Sweep break armor. And only grabs break hyper armor, and Snap can break all types of armor. So grabs and snaps, I think, are the only things that break everything.
Yes, sweeps break armor. It's heckin' good. And what Robo's sweep though is crouch medium kick, because crouch hard kick is her called ahead.
Because Robo
So
Kai.
yeah.
Robokai did the exact same thing.
The world is full of obvious things. You know?
Sweeps break armor? Yeah. TBF, you never knew that? Sweeps break armor. That's also,
Yes.
like, sweeps are a pretty powerful tool, which is also why they, you know, you can't combo off of them unless you use OTG. Who was it? Someone earlier today, I think it was Dr. Doc, they were asking, it's like, hey, why does Mike Z not let me combo off of sweeps? And I'm just like, you can. You in fact can do that, you just gotta use OTG.
Yeah.
If you use sweep
long as
on
it's
an
not
opponent that's in a
first swing.
knockdown state, you're good to go.
In fact, comboing with sweeps is how you usually get the highest damage out of your combos, because they heckin' hurt.
Yeah. They're also really fast. Like, Squiggly Sweep is like 15 frames. It's like faster than a
Yeah.
lot of other moves. Only 1 frame slower than crouching medium kick. It's kind of weird.
I like picking up off of liver mortis wall bounces with sweep.
I don't, because that's unoptimal.
You're unoptimal.
I mean...
Got him.
Ow.
I don't know what's actually optimal, but heck, it's fun to do. I just
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
sweep.
cool. It's really fun for burst baits. Like, if you're gonna go off wall bounce and then go into a burst bait, that's kind of cool. But... Were you guys able to see that last beatdown I took? Yes. Yes, we were, in fact. If you guys want to play one more game, we'll do that. Otherwise, just leave the lobby. It's up to you. Just because I got kicked out of like 3 games, I'll let you guys play one more.
If you wish.
Alright, alright, alright.
Fox ready. Fox ready. Are
Let's
you
do
ready
it.
Jim, for one more? Are you ready? Do you have the ability? Do you have the patience?
To test my abilities.
I have a puppy right now that's just falling asleep on me.
Oh, that's cute.
Every time I stop petting her, she like looks up and looks at me like, "Why did you stop?"
I didn't say stop, Sam. There's an adorable like video of a kitten where it's like trying to teach like a grandma to pet it. It was really adorable. Like the grandma's just trying to have a conversation. The kitty would walk up and like try to use its paw to lift its hand so it can get under it, and then it would like motion with its paw on how to pet it. It's goofy.
My one of my dogs is like whenever like I'm like petting his stomach, right?
Mhm.
I'll like stop, and then they'll like get their paws up and wrap it around my hand to push it back down, so I can't leave.
The idea to use jumping medium kick as a spacing tool in neutral is a good idea. That was not the right spacing. You want to be further away from your opponent. Use Horus if you want to space at that situation. Horus is always your friend. Except in that situation, apparently.
Chorus was indeed your enemy.
This is the last set. That is correct. It was a light week. Almost nobody signed up.
This is the last set of Get Great Forever. We're never doing another stream.
We're throwing in the towel. We're calling it quits. After 4.5 years, I realized that Get Great needed to end. Like, no.
This game
I realized that a
sucks.
long time ago.
We will continue Get Great in Tetris Third Strike, or whatever it's called.
Tetris first.
I mean, that was actually closer to the name than I thought he would be.
There's a 3 in it somewhere.
Tetris the Grandmaster 3 Terror Instinct.
Strike.
I got kicked out. Well, fuck that noise.
Well,
Radio Girls? Anybody?
I mean, there's a lot happening that we've like already covered.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
just,
Don't
we'll just
end
call
things
it
on
after
heavies.
this.
Don't.
I don't know who it's with. I mean, I've streamed with Thok on stream before. That was never an issue. But I don't want to blame Judgment Cup because I don't... Like, there's something more complicated going on, I assume.
Like every time I'm in, it looks like a fine connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just Steam that doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Could just be Steam.
All right. We dog a wog. You have to get down.
Steam is just like... What, like East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and Europe all at the same time? Do you think I'm made of bandwidth? Do you think bandwidth grows on trees?
I had like this thought like recently. I was just like, wow, like something like Steam is actually like super complex.
It's
Just because
at
like
this point,
you
yeah.
could have thousands of people downloading from like one server. Like the amount of space you'd have to have to like I don't know how they do it for servers. Like how you download games and stuff. Like where do they store the data?
They probably have several centralized banks, but like they have a network of servers across the world that like partition out and divvy up like how much work each one's gonna do.
They store it in the sky, in the clouds.
Yeah.
Is that what all those white things are?
Yeah, that's Steam
Yeah,
service.
those are Steam
It's
games.
just Steam service.
Oh, that one looks like Team Fortress 2. Now that that game's over, have we already done the B&B thing? We've already done the B&B thing.
Yeah.
I've already done B&B thing.
Go ahead and mention it again.
Look at exclamation mark, go to the chat, exclamation mark B&B. Those combos, they ain't optimal, but they can help you get a feel for the character and what you do and how you do it and where you do it.
You're saying holy crap, but I promise you I did not see what was so exciting. Very unfortunate.
He won.
Okay. If you guys had good games, I recommend playing more sets with each other. Like, that's one of the best things about Get Good that I want to carry over into Get Great. Even though Get Good's been dead for like 4 years. 5 years? 5 years almost. You find people that are either at your skill level or close enough to your skill level that you want to keep practicing against them. Go ahead and ask for matches. Join our Discord. We went public like 3.5 years ago, and we have a pretty active looking for games channel, especially the last like month or so. I've been seeing someone like every hour asking for a set in that channel, which is so awesome. I should be asking for sets if my finger wasn't destroyed.
It's not destroyed.
I mean,
It's
pretty
fixing.
destroyed, Sam. There's a lot of holes in it, and my nerves are destroyed.
It's on fire right now. There's an SCV just kind of like poking at it with a drill. It'll
It
get
really
there
does
eventually.
burn, so I mean, yeah, I guess it's on fire. It's like my favorite lines from, what was it, Firebats? God, I love Firebats. Like, they're so cool, because all of their lines are like, they sound like it should be like something related to fire, but it's like just something really cool instead. Instead of saying smell it's like burning or something, they're like, smells like victory. It's fucking awesome.
Do you know that you can play as a Firebat in Heroes of the Storm?
Yeah,
I did not. Just a Firebat?
play-
Like, just an
Yeah, just
arbitrary Firebat?
Yeah,
he's called Blaze, so he is.
That's godlike.
just a
He's
Firebat.
he's this big giant firebat, and he just throws oil everywhere and like burns it, and he heals while he's
godlike.
standing in it.
He
and
builds
everything.
bunkers.
He builds bunkers as one of his ultimates. Where people were
Wait,
like,
can you
every-
like block out a lane with bunkers?
No, you only get the one.
you only
Can you
get
salvage a bunker?
You can leave it and enter it. So the whole point is like you can drop it and then people can enter it and they get a flamethrower to shoot out.
That's awesome. But like, it'd be kind of cool if they could salvage it, where it's just like, all right, I built a bunker, fuck it, and you just sell it for gold.
Perfect.
He's a really fun tank too. So he is.
Yeah. Now we have
It just
Hellbats, which are
doesn't
not
fit.
nearly as exciting. But honestly, I miss the days where like people did Hellion rushes. Those were so funny. Like when people were playing tech, they would go into Hellion for early harass, and it was fun. Should you buy Indivisible? Yeah, it's a decent game. I don't think it's the best thing ever by any means. I already had problems with it when they originally were doing the, what's it called? Kickstarter? No, Indiegogo for it. Like, I kind of had design problems with it. I saw the smart ideas, but I also saw the bad ideas. I would honestly get it, A, to support Lab Zero, because they're an incredible company, and B, because it is a good game. Like, it's fun. It's a lot better than a lot of other indie games that have been coming out, like, within the last, like, couple of years. So, I'd give it a shot. All the characters are
Except for
cool and
Beavis.
charming.
Beavis is good.
Also, if you
Don't play
like
Beavis.
Good old
Beavis?
Beavis.
Beavis is also really good, yeah.
Baba's
But, like-
just for clarification.
Yeah, that's Baba is you, right? That's the one?
Yeah, Beavis is us. Beavis are us.
Beavis are us. 100% chance SG2 will be made. No, Lab Zero does not own the rights to Skullgirls. They can't do that, which is very unfortunate. That being said, like, it's really cool if it's like your introduction to combo systems, because it's a nice RPG that like teaches you about doing combos really, really well. It's really nice. And it makes you feel good too, like when you're just doing a gabillion damage. With enough money, they can buy the rights. They are... Well, the problem is they're not willing to work with Autumn Games right
I'm
now.
back.
The issue is that Autumn Games owes them a lot of money. Recently, they started working with Autumn Games again, so presumably they're getting their money now? That's what Mega Missing No thinks, but nobody knows. Exactly, they're working with them with the new mobile character. That is exactly what I was referring to. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Only time will tell. But I do think you should check out Indivisible. It's pretty solid. Although if you haven't played Control by Remedy yet, I will recommend that game to everybody because that's probably the best game that's come out in a long ass time. That game is fucking good. I think SG2 will come out in like 2023, or will be announced in 2023. I think that will happen.
20XX.
Yeah, it's gonna be like November 2023 when they release their next game, which I have no idea what it is. I don't know what Lazarus is gonna work on next. Yeah, quote me on that shit.
Clip it and save it.
Years later, it'll be like 2099 and be like, it finally came out. Skullgirls DLC for the first one.
It's another color DLC.
It's just a color DLC.
We announced that Common Breaker for Skullgirls' 10th anniversary. That would be 2022, right? Yeah, it came out like mid 2012 was when the game originally was a thing. All you care about is Tommy 10 Tons being a playable character. That's a very odd and specific choice, but okay.
What about Panzerfaust? We need Tank Arm Boy, or that big giant huge prison lady. With,
honestly,
if they on her head.
It's like an April Fool's joke. They just remove every character besides Tommy 10 Tons. It's just Tommy 10 Tons mirror matches everywhere. I think that'd be kind of funny.
He only has the one move where he does
just
the dash
slams down
animation.
Want Annie. A lot of people want Annie. I don't get it. I wanted Isaac. Isaac was going to be such a cool character. It was such an interesting concept, and I really wanted that. I
also wanted the really the heart wrestler dude.
Oh, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't remember, but I do. I remember him. What he looks like, at least.
He looks like Braum if he was a bit more flamboyant.
Intestine Nurse is Ilium, if I remember correctly. Aeon would have also been pretty cool, but she would have just been super weeby. The cool 10,000 is now hosting me right in time to find out that it is time to sign off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Skullgirls Get Gr8. It was a fun time. It was nice hanging out with you. And I'm happy I get to interact with all of you. You guys are part of the SGC, and I really appreciate your company. If you are practicing everything we talked about today and want to apply your skill, I recommend signing up for Skullgirls Be Great every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. What we do there is a standard Skullgirls tournament, basically exactly what you'd see at a major, but it is, of course, an online tournament. The first 3 weeks of the month, you build up seeding points. Fourth week of the month, it is the prize pool tournament, where you will be seeded based on how you performed in the previous 3 tournaments. Anyone can join the prize pool tournament, of course. It is open to everybody. You would just enter with 0 seeding points, and that's totally fine. And, yeah, but if you're just here for the practice, you just want the advice, then worry not, friend. We will be back every Saturday at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. Thank you to my ever so lovely co-hosts, Penny and Sam. Y'all were cool and wise. Alright, y'all are great and Penny is wise. Bye-bye!
I see
I'd take that, I guess.